we will discuss transitions. This is the attribute checklist for transitions. As you can see, effective transitions require a lot of things. We're going to watch this video example and look for these attributes while we are watching. We're looking for an advanced organizer, reprimands or directives, social skills and behavior expectations, specific praise, and a transition warning. Let's see what we see.
In this clip, we will show you an example of how you can use the 2x3 picture word cards in a preschool classroom. Here you will see the teacher do a very simple sort using those cards to give students additional vocabulary practice. Through planning, the teacher chose targeted pictures that were related to previous instruction and read-alouds to reinforce the understanding of the concepts of positional words.
So now we're going to play a little game as we get ready to transition to SNAP, and we're going to think about the pictures that I show you. Do these things go inside? Everybody say inside. Inside. What does inside mean? Let's think about it. Inside means that you can find them at home. Inside means that you could find these things. Where are we now? At school. Where else? Maybe at the grocery store. Where else? In a house. And then, good job thinking about that. We're going to think about some things that are outside. Like when you go to the playground at recess, think about some things that are outside. So let me show you some pictures. Everybody stand up. Stand up.
You walk on the second row. John, you walk on the second row.
Stand up,
please.
All right. Now, let's think about it. Where do you find a family playing games? Do they play inside? Where do they look like they're playing these games? Inside or outside? Inside. Everybody say inside.
Inside.
Thank you. You may go to SNAP, and can you stick this for me on our chart? Let's find the word inside. How do you know that this says inside? How did you know to stick it there? Walk to SNAP, please. Because they're eating. It looks like they're eating, or they could be playing games. Walk to SNAP. Thank you. Walk to SNAP.
Here we see the teacher checking for understanding by saying, "How did you know to stick it there?" This lets the teacher know if the students have understood the vocabulary word and why the student placed it in the particular heading on the chart. If a teacher wanted to differentiate the instruction, they could incorporate other picture word cards that contain text.
Outside? Thank you. I like how carefully you stuck it on. How do you know that we find them outside? Because they're moving and the wind blows. Thank you. Good thinking.
The 2x3 vocabulary cards have many uses. With careful planning and targeted instruction, they can be used throughout the instructional day. Whether a quick picture sort or with other whole group instruction, these cards can be a valuable tool to teach vocabulary.
We just watched, we saw how the teacher incorporated academic skills into transitions. When we meet for practice this week, we are going to rehearse planning and executing transitions. In preparation, let's take a look at our classroom data and plan a skill that would be good to practice in a transition. Here is some mock data. Based on this class, what would be a good skill to practice in a transition? When I see this, I see students that are at different levels. But remember, a transition is a quick way to get extra practice in throughout the day. It looks like some of these students are working on one-to-one in small group, and some students are working on rational counting. Even though the students are working on rational counting, have mastered rote counting, I might still practice this as a skill. So I might have the students count as their transition. Perhaps I will have the two students that are working on one-to-one start with lower numbers. Maybe they can start together by counting to 5. Then the students working on rational counting will continue counting up to 10 and so on. This is just a small example of how to link classroom data to transitions. In preparation for practice, please look at your classroom math data. Choose a skill that you'd like to use in an upcoming transition. Script the transition, incorporating the attributes from the transition checklist. I look forward to seeing you this week. Have a good one.